Welcome to Parsha with Purpose, where each Parsha becomes a guide to living with meaning, serenity, and joy. The Parsha tells us, Yisro heard all that God did for Moshe and for the Jewish people. Something in what Yisro heard stirred him deeply and he converted. Rashi notices that the pasuk distinguishes between what happened to Moshe and what happened to the Jewish people, teaching that Moshe was equal to all of Israel combined. However, the Baal HaTurim is also bothered by the different expressions, but gives a very different perspective. He is struck by the fact that the pasuk uses the name Elokim, a name associated with judgment. What judgment, he asks, could have made such an impact on Yisro? He explains that Yisro was moved by the episode in which Moshe almost lost his life for delaying the bris of his son. This too was something that Yisro heard and absorbed, and that is what drew him to convert. But why? The splitting of the sea, the miraculous victory against Amalek, that is understandable. But why should the fact that Moshe almost lost his life encourage Yisro to convert? Rabbi Nissan Alpert explains why this moment mattered so much. Moshe Rabbeinu was not treated harshly because Hashem was distant from him. The opposite was true. He was treated differently because of how close he was. Hashem relates to us as individuals. He sees who we are, what we are capable of, and who we are becoming. Expectations are not one size fits all. They are an expression of love. When more is expected of someone, it is because of their level. For most people, delaying the bris of their son while they were traveling in a formidable desert would not warrant a visit from the angel of death. But Moshe was treated differently. That realization left a profound impression on Yisro. If Moshe is treated according to his unique level, then the relationship between Hashem and a person is alive, responsive, and deeply personal. It grows as we grow. Yisro understood something powerful. A person is not meant to stay the same. After witnessing the splitting of the sea and the war with Amalek, after seeing Hashem's hand so clearly in history and in individuals, remaining unchanged was no longer an option. I am not who I once was, Yisro recognized, and because I am different, my relationship with Hashem must be different too. For Yisro, that meant conversion. He had outgrown his old identity. He had seen too much truth, too much care, too much divine involvement to continue serving idols. His growth demanded a new commitment. This message speaks gently and honestly to us as well. Hashem does not relate to us based on who we were 10 or 20 years ago. He meets us where we are now and lovingly invites us forward. As we mature, as we struggle, as we gain wisdom through life's challenges, our relationship with Him deepens. We often assume that if life is pushing us to change, it must mean we failed at something before, that growth is a correction, but that isn't how closeness works. Growth is not a failure of the past, it is a response to love. Parshas Yisro reminds us that Hashem sees us as individuals, believes in our capacity to grow, walks with us through every stage, sometimes challenging us, always to draw us closer. Good Shabbos.